Hey guys, I'm pissed. This is a video I was hoping I never had to make, that I didn't want to have to make, and is not like any other video on this channel, and hopefully no other video I ever have to make again. But after something that I saw today, I'm pissed, and we're going to talk about it. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Hoosier Pop, Rob. Listen, first and foremost, any opinions, anything I say in this video is my opinion. It's not the opinion of anybody else that I'm associated with. It's not any other channels that I deal with, that I talk with, that I'm in lives with, nothing. These are my opinions, and if you have a problem with them, you can get my inbox. I'll even give you my email address. I'll have everything down below. I'm over on Instagram, Hoosier Pop. You want to find me? Find me. You want to talk to me? Talk to me. Because I've seen in the past where people have an issue with something that I've said or done and have gone to my friends' accounts and talked to them to have them talk to me. If you want to say something to me, say it to me. Like, I'm going to sit here and look at you and say it to you. But I'm going to do it so that everybody gets to see it. So, everybody is aware of the Gem Pops issue at this point. Gem Pops was a little channel that was doing videos, that did some mystery boxes. Everybody loved them. He did bigger boxes, bigger boxes, bigger boxes, bigger boxes, and then poof, disappeared with everybody's money. Right? Became this big Instagram box company, disappeared people's money. Now everybody's got his name all over the internet, mugshots, all that kind of stuff. I get it. People are upset. What he did was wrong. It's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time. That said, there was a comment that I saw today, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna call it out, right? So I went to rewatch the Luau's video. There were some things said in there. I wanted to just listen to it again, watching some of the other videos that I've seen about the situation, and I just wanted to make sure I heard things correctly. And then I went into the comments, and I came across a comment from Clint over at Franchise Kicks. And I have it screenshotted, and I'm just going to read a part of it. He says, I hardly ever buy random Instagram people that sell mystery boxes, from random Instagram people that sell mystery boxes, because 9 times out of 10, they end up being scammers. 9 times out of 10, Instagram Funko mystery box sellers end up being scammers. F you, Clint. And I mean that with all sincerity. So, let's talk about it. Okay, I know pretty closely, about 25 to 30 channels. They're not huge channels. I'd say 2,000 or less followers. Every one of them has done a mystery box run or 2 or 3 or 4 at some point over the last year and a half. So let's say 30 channels that I'm talking about. Friend channels. According to Clint, 27 of those people that I know would be scammers. Clint, with all due respect, pull your head out of your ass before you make a comment like that. Let's talk about you, Clint. Let's talk about you for a second. Clearly, you're not a Funko collector. You've made that known. You come into the community, you buy up the mystery boxes, you open them on your channel for content, and then you just resell everything because you don't collect them. So you're not in the community for the community. You like to say you are. You like to say you're doing these things and you're giving all this advice and stuff like that, but you're not in the community for the community. You're in the community to suck as much money out of it as you can. You're what's called a parasite. You offer nothing to the community, you just take from the community. Look, every time you buy a mystery box as a non-collector, you're taking an opportunity away from a collector who would have bought that box to own whatever pops are in that box. Maybe a great pop at a discounted price, but you just see it as cheap inventory. Stick to your pallets. Okay? You're a pariah in the community. You are. You're a parasite. You feed off the host of the community, and you don't give and do anything back. And don't tell me anything that you do as far as charities and all that, because it's only to serve yourself. Any donations you make, friend, is a tax write-off for you. It's nothing else. It's not out of the kindness of your heart. You're just getting a write-off from it. You're not doing it because you care. You're doing it because it's a write-off from your business. So you can keep that in a little plastic baggie over here. There's so much toxicity in this Funko community. You know, I started a channel because I like Funko Pops. I like them. I enjoy what I collect. Otherwise, I wouldn't collect them. There are so many channels now, and I will tell you quite honestly, it's usually the big channels that do nothing but make disparaging videos about the very item they collect. And for some reason, because misery loves company, these are the guys with 10,000 plus viewers. Now, that said, there are some great channels. Look, you want to look for a good Funko Pop channel in this community? Right off the top of my head, you got Beard of Pop, you've got Grown Kids TV, you got Pop Fun to Play, you've got the Pop and Duo. These are bigger channels that stay within the community, that participate in community events, that show up in the chats and in the comments and in the likes of little channels like myself and others. I have 475 subs. You know what a big channel is going to say to me? You ain't got a following. Look at me. I've got 10,000 followers. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But I don't care how many followers you have. Honestly, I don't even watch half of these channels anymore because it's become the same nonsense. It's hating on the very item that they're collecting. I'm not watching your videos so you can tell me how much you hate what you collect. Or to tell me something's trash. Right? I'm not watching your channel. If I'm watching channels, I want to see other collectors excited by what they're collecting. Sharing the stories of what they're collecting. Sharing their victories. My opinion, most of these big Funko Pop channels that have all these viewers that sit here and spew hate about the very product they collect, you don't have Funko Pop collectors following you. You have Funko Pop haters following you because you give them a voice. You're the enemy of the community. You are. You're not helping the community. I'm furious. I'm furious because I know so many good small channels, medium channels, large channels that sell mystery boxes and only sell them on Instagram. And according to you, sir, 9 out of 10 of them are scammers. Let me tell you something. The reason why you have a following in the Funko Pop community is because people like to buy mystery boxes. And people can't always afford the giant mystery boxes that people like you buy. Okay? Not everybody can go out and buy $1,000, an $800, a $500 Funko Pop mystery box week after week after week after week. You can. You know why? Because of your viewers, the money that you make off of this, and don't give me your crap that you don't make money, because you do. I've been in your auctions. People will overpay all the time because they're buying it from Clint, they're buying it from Franchise Kicks, and they're buying it from other sellers. People love it. People love to overpay because of who they bought it from, not what they bought. You are in this community, and you don't even like the community. You don't even care. You've disparaged, let's say 90% of the community with your 9 out of 10 comment. Does every channel sell mystery boxes? No. Do a lot of them do? Yeah. You know, one thing in this community is when you start a collection and it starts to get big, and this is, I'm not even talking this big, even half of this, you eventually have to start selling to maintain. You do. You have to decide where you're going to pare down. Now, you can sell retail, you can sell flat out, or you could do a mystery box run. People like mystery boxes. A lot of these small channels are running $25 to $50, maybe $75 mystery boxes. Common people, the majority of the people in this community, can buy those boxes, and they get to open those boxes. Sir, your comment today, the ignorant comment of yours, is telling people don't buy those boxes, because 9 out of 10 of the boxes you try to buy, you're going to get scammed on. Meanwhile, you're overcharging for everything. You're scamming people because you're not even a Funko Pop collector. Oh, what do you got, like 3 or 4 in your collection, maybe 10? You've said in many of your videos. Yeah, I've watched your videos. I've watched your videos for years. I used to have to scroll through them. Good God, you would spend 10 minutes talking about the size and shape and dimensions of the box. Thank God you got past that phase eventually. And this isn't just about you. This isn't just about your channel. But you made this comment, and you owe the Funko community an apology for that comment. And you never will. I don't see you being the kind of guy that's going to say, "Oh, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that." Look, if you would have said 1 in 10 ends up being a scammer, I would have applauded you. I would have shared that. I would have said you're spot on. 9 out of 10? Do you even realize what the Funko community is made up of? It's made up of people who enjoy buying Funkos, and sometimes we sell them to help subsidize more purchases. Especially if we run a channel. Because you know very well that running a channel isn't a cheap thing. Many of us run channels because we want to share that experience with our children. Many of us run channels because it's documenting a part of our lives that will be here for us when we're gone. Many of us do this because this is our outlet. This is how we relax. This is our pastime and our hobby and our enjoyment. And you smited the hell out of us with your comment. I would love for you to show some evidence that 9 out of 10 mystery box sellers on Instagram are scammers. You can't. You did something like that. You pulled that comment out of your ass. But purposefully. Because it's channels like you that try to keep people away from the smaller channels so that you can keep sucking up and reaping all the benefits. You won't even respond to 90% of the comments you get on Instagram. You know how I know that, Clint? Because one time I was in one of your auctions on Whatnot, and we were all talking about one of the Kevin Smith movies, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And I made a comment, one of the lines, we were all quoting lines, and I made a comment that was a quote, and I immediately got banned or booted out of your thing, and I sent you a message on Instagram saying, "Hey, I got booted. I'm sure it was one of the, whatever, moderators." But it was just, here was the comment that I made. It was just part of the discussion we were having. I think it's 2 years later. I don't even think you've looked at it yet. You don't care about the people in the community. You don't care about it. Now, all these other little channels that you want to disparage, they're the ones out here fighting tooth and nail to get growth, not only for themselves, but other channels. They're the ones out here doing benefits and doing fundraisers and giving the shirt off of their back. And not to have it as a tax write-off. And not to get viewership. Because they care about the actual cost and they care about other people. Look, when I came in this community, I had 13 views on my videos for like the first 2 weeks. And there was a couple of channels, some nice channels, some big channels, that saw my couple of videos because they actually came and watched it. And they did a shout out. And it helped me get over 100 in a couple of weeks. They didn't have to do that. They did that. Because they saw another newcomer into the community and they welcomed them with open arms. And I still talk to those channels. Beer Pop, Silver Haired Wolf, 2 of the ones right in the beginning. That said, hey, go check this guy out, he's new. The toxicity in this community is insulting to people. We're all grown adults. I'm a 45-year-old man, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and keep my mouth closed any longer and watch you guys act like a bunch of children. I don't care if this video gets me unfollowed by everybody. I don't care if this blacklists me. I don't. I stepped away from this for 6 months because the stuff outside of this room, real life, had to come first. I come back to it and I see the nonsense that's going on and it makes me wonder why. But then I think of all the great people that I know that far outweigh the number of channels that are toxic. And I think, there we go. And then you have, like I said, a channel like and I'm sorry guys to bring into it, but like Beard of Pop, who's got over X amount of viewers and has a weekly chat, sits down, he pops up in comments, he pops up in lives. There's 9 people in a live sometimes from some of these small channels, and guess who pops in to say hey? Not all big channels are bad. If I said 9 out of 10 giant Funko channels are terrible people, God, that would suck, wouldn't it? Clint, you owe this community an apology. Don't backtrack. Don't try to explain it away. Just apologize. Because you owe an apology. You owe an apology. I know 10 people that we've all done mystery boxes. So am I the one, Clint? Or am I one of the 9? Love to know, buddy. So while you continue to suck the lifeblood out of the Funko community, continue to disparage the people, not participate, not show up, it's cool, man. We know. We see you. You'll continue doing what you do, and you'll continue on your merry way doing what you need to do. But what you did was a real shitty thing. What you said was a real shitty thing. Because one company, who is a big company at this point, you're not a small Instagram seller when you're doing $50,000 mystery box runs every other week. So how dare you try to make it sound like everybody that's selling mystery boxes on Instagram is a scammer? How dare you, Clint?